So if I'm sitting here cruising along, burr, 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 burr. So when you're the airstrip's a bit rough, you dig out the big guns and just straighten it up. So we're just running the laser bucket over the airstrip here, smooth it up a bit, and we'll go for a bit of a spin this afternoon. Well guys, I'm going to try this new camera out. I'm going to go for a quick spin and see what it's like. See you around. Alrighty. Good day everyone. I think that's coming through. Well, Sunday afternoon we got a new camera. I got a new camera. My wife bought it for my birthday yesterday and going to give it a go. So just graded the airstrip after all this wet weather that we've had. It was a bit soft and had a few tractor marks to it. So we've run the laser bucket over that. It's all good to go and about to fire up and go for a quick spin. Hope you enjoy it. Talk to you soon. We'll do a quick run up and we'll talk to you soon. Trim set for takeoff, flaps first stage, controls are free. Set this up to, what do we got, 280. Wheels on left. Buckled up. So obviously we're taking off to the west, into the sun. So I don't know how the camera's going to show that up, but we'll take it off and we'll get airborne and see it in the air. See how it turns out. Still a few bumps in their airstrip, so it might be a little bit of a bumpy takeoff, but we'll see how we go. Alrighty. Full power, looks good, sounds good. Airspeed's alive. Tail come up. That's 50 knots rotate. Are we airborne already? Positive rate. Couple flaps away. those not familiar with the Pacer, this door handle up here, window winder, is actually a trim wheel. And it actually changes the whole, moves the front of the tail up at the front of the horizontal stabiliser up and down. Doesn't actually have a trim tab. Just put the Oz runways on in case someone else is out flying around. Just shows up. Declutter it a bit. Rescue, they're over that way, they'll be okay. Gets along, the old Pacer, gets along really well. Well, as you can see here, what are we doing? 2400 at 100. About 110 indicated. Feels like I haven't flown. It's only been 2 weeks since I've flown this last, but it feels longer than that. Did a quick weekend trip up to Charters Towers there about a fortnight ago, and that was pretty big. It was 11.5 hours, about 1200 nautical mile round trip over a couple of days. Bit of fun. I'm not sure if you can see the crop. I'll do you this way. And level out about there. So if you can see the crops out the front there, I'm not sure how much the camera shows up, but all the strips of yellow are either wheat or barley. Then you've got the black or brown, which is fallow, there's no crop in there. And then over this way you'll have the green, which will be either sorghum or corn popping up. Most likely corn. Sorghum will be in the next week or so, you'll see a fair bit of sorghum popping up. And you'll also see in the next week or so cotton starting to appear. I won't fly to the west because it'll be sun in the camera, won't show much. Now we've got well, we're southeast at the moment, we're facing, we'll continue around to the east. We've got Toowoomba out here, what's it about, looks like about 25 miles. Yeah, 24 miles. Toowoomba's out there, the distance. What else can I point out? We continue around to the north, we'll have Oki. That's our army base over there, about 15 miles. Deactivated at the moment, as we confirmed earlier. Continue around to the north-northwest. We've got the Bunya Mountains out this way. They're probably about 50 mile out. You can see them on the horizon. Then you'll have Dolby. Dolby will be about there on the nose, I think. Yep. Can't really see it. It's not a very big town. Probably about 35 mile out. There is a gliding field about 15 mile out this way somewhere, or over that direction.
Cam traffic, Diamond Star Yankee Tango Kilo is late downwind, runway 30, 3000 for glide approach, full stop, Cam.
But I'm only at 2,500 and this time of day you won't have many gliders this far from the field, I wouldn't think, at this height. They were at this height, this far from home, they're probably not going to make it. Not many thermals left. at 5:15 in the afternoon. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up, but that's a really awesome view out there. You got the wheat and the barley, corn popping up. Really quite nice. Might change to the right tank for a bit. So hopefully, normally I have my kids with me, but they got a bit of a blocked nose, both of them for some strange reason. They got runny noses today, so I didn't want to inflict their pain on their ears by bringing them over a fly, which I'm a bit sad about, but anyway. So we hope to do a few more of these sort of videos in the coming future, and yeah, just to show a bit what we do down here. But you know, it feels like I haven't flown for ages because I haven't flown this for a couple of weeks due to weather. I normally fly every couple of days, or every few days. I normally go for a quick spin. But yeah, because of the weather and the wet, when your runway's been wet, black soil. But I flew yesterday in the CT4 out of Toowoomba. Had to do my annual flight review. I decided to do it in something a bit different. And because my flight review ran out during the week, I was couldn't fly my plane in to do it in by myself because it expired. So yeah, it was a good excuse to fly something different, and yeah, it was good fun. Been current again for another couple of years, at least for the review part.
Toowoomba traffic, Echo Golf Lima, Cessna 172, 5 nautical miles to the southwest, 3,300 on descent for circuit.
Actually, you might get to ride along in Echo Golf Lima someday, or want to capture a video, go down the coast or something at night, go over the city. My pace is not night rated at the moment, so I normally use Echo Golf Lima's 172 for any night flying I do. So we might do a bit of a video on one of those trips someday. Flying over the cities at night is a clear night is absolutely spectacular, I reckon. So for those interested, yeah, so this plane that we're in now is called a Piper Pacer. It's a tail wheel, 160 horsepower, and yeah, I've owned it for about, my wife and I have owned it for about 6 years now, I think. Put about 400 hours on it since we've had it. And I started learning to fly when I started learning to fly when I was 16, got my license at 17 in a drifter, which is a ultralight, open cockpit, tandem seating. A great fun aeroplane. Then I went from there to larger RALs, ultralight aircraft, and then yeah, over the years worked my way up to PPL, then advanced to PPL, different endorsements, different aircraft. I think my last count of up to about 52 different aircraft types, which is pretty exciting. Love flying different aeroplanes. So yeah, owning your own aeroplane has its challenges, but I tell you what, if you do lots of flying, I do in excess of 100 hours a year at least, so it works out a lot cheaper for us to own if you only did 20, 10 or 50, or, you know, under 20 hours a year flying, it'd probably work out cheaper to hire. Well, would work out cheaper to hire, full stop. But yeah, if you do lots of flying, definitely look into purchasing. At the end of the day, if it's something you really want to do and you can't afford it, you know, you look at other things that you can change to be able to afford it. If that's moving out of the city and finding a place to live somewhere that's a bit more affordable, and or you know, switching jobs somewhere, that's something that pays a bit more, or something like that. And really, the most expensive part of ownership of an aeroplane is insurance and fuel. Unfortunately, I don't think the video camera is going to pick up our landing very well because it's going to be into the sun. Going to make it fun for me. But we do have an alternate. I could land on the cross strip, which means I'll have a crosswind. But it means we'll have a cross sun as well. Maybe we'll do that. Go and have a look anyway. Actually, what we'll do, because I've just I've just graded a longer strip, cross strip, and it's probably nearly 800, 900 metres long on the boundary, so it's a bit further to taxi from the shed, but probably a little bit more accessible for other aircraft. What we might do is just, I'll drag it. What we might do is just do a wheeler. Just have a feel of it, because I haven't actually used it before, so. We're on sort of a base now, so we make sure we got the brakes off. Undercarriage is fixed, the mixture is rich. We've got fuel, not a lot, but enough for this job. Start slowing up. So we're in the wide arc, we can go first stage. A little bit hot for a normal landing, but that's the idea. We want to drag it, we don't want to get too slow. So we got a crosswind coming straight across from the left, pretty much. So if you look at, I'm not sure that's showing, but I've got my left wing down. Ball's way off to the centre because I've got right rudder in. Keep us tracking down the runway. I only got one stage of flap in because what I want to do, if this works, so I just want to put a wheel on the ground. There we go. I got one wheel, two wheels, so a bit windy crosswind, so we just pick it up. There we go. That feels alright. So if I need to land there, well, I knew it was right because I tested it from the ground. We'll go flaps away. Full power. All in the middle. Cruise out. And they call that a drag, so it's probably not, it wasn't necessary for me to do, but I just thought I'd demonstrate what a drag is. Basically a wheel landing, but you got a bit of speed on, and you put pressure on it, on the mains, and you can feel how soft the surface is. So if you're going to land at a beach, for example, it's almost mandatory to do a drag, because you don't want to get so slow and your wheels bog in, and then once they dig in, you tip over, or you get bogged. So if you got momentum and speed, if you started to dig in, and there's a lot more drag on the wheels than what you're hoping, well then you got enough lift there. You can either put more flap in to get off the ground, or you just full power and lift off and don't land it. They call that a drag, or drag the wheels basically. That's a bit of fun. So we're basically on a downwind now. I have to put in quite a lot of rock. We've got that crosswind kind of blowing us back towards the airstrip. Yeah, we'll just climb up a fraction because we're going over a neighbour's farm now. Make sure our heels are on the floor, the handbrake is off, undercarriage is fixed, the mixture's rich, we got fuel. We're buckled up still, and it's obviously a fixed pitch, so I don't have to worry about propeller. And if you're in a large aircraft, you had cow flaps, you'd open the cow flaps or something like that. Don't have to be large, just one with them, one fitted with them. So, kind of on a base sort of now. We'll do a bit of back trim, we're in the wide arc, the first stage of flap. So this is going to be a little bit of a slower approach than before, about 65 we'll try and do. Make sure that ball's in the middle still. I overshot the centre line there a little bit because we had a tailwind. We were too busy talking and not watching. That's okay. Just fix it up. So once again, I'm sorry about the camera, it's probably not working very well in the sun. Righto, so we know we're going to make this airstrip, we can go full flap. About 65. Try and target. 60, 65. Plenty. Fair crosswind, so we wing down. I'm wearing my work boots, which is never a good idea when you're flying, but anyway. So we hold off, hold off, hold off. Bit fast, but there we go. We touched on the left wheel. Right wheel's down. I've got full left aileron and it's still trying to take us to the right. As we slow down, we just keep straight with the rudders. Now that I'm stable, I'll put a bit of brake on. Turn our lights off. Do a Yui. Yeah, so thanks for watching. And like I said, stick around and keep an eye out for other videos. We're planning on doing a few adventures, family ones with the kids, and maybe a bit with my wife Liz. She gets terribly airsick flying, so she doesn't do a lot with us, but she's my ground support, couldn't do it without her. We got some potentially we've got some other exciting things coming up in the future, so hoping to document some of that. Video it for you guys. Rightio. Thanks for watching, we'll catch you around. See you next time.
How you going? Yeah. Didn't I take you? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't take the kids either, did I? Hmm? Next time. Next time. Alright, we're backed away.